Welcome back to your GK Buddy. In the last video on Glide, launched on 3rd March, we saw the important features of Glide and used the Glide template to make an app task tracker. Hope you would have explored the features of this app. If you have not explored and the topic is new to you, then also there is no problem. Today, I will demo a simple app and later help you to make a similar app of your own. Today we will try to make a simple house management utility. Most times after doing a shopping, we find certain things we wanted were not purchased. Maybe we would have written a list on a piece of paper but misplaced it, and it is not handy when we wanted it. At the 11th hour, we don't have the time to look for it and we go ahead and purchase boldly, relying on our memory, and mostly we fail in this memory test. Then the large number of payment and other obligations and the due dates. When you wait to show the papers to the vehicle checking authority, you find that the smoke test certificate has expired. When the electricity board employee come to remove the fuse, you remember the bill was omitted to be paid. Your licenses, insurances, house tax, land tax, phone bills, so on and so forth. Managing these payments without default is quite a task. I will today show you an app made by me which my daughter and me use at home. This is a simple app made with Google's Glide. I'm not a tech guy, so I think there's no harm in calling this app homemade. No coding is involved. You only have to make a Google Sheet, which is a spreadsheet like Excel, which you may be familiar with. Even otherwise, there's no problem. We can learn to make a Google Sheet. It's easy. The Google Sheet we make gives an idea of our requirement to Glide. When the sheet is given to Glide, Glide on its own makes an app for us. We can then go ahead and modify it to our requirements. And you can also beautify it to your taste. All remaining work is like using the electronic gadgets at home, like connecting your TV, recorders, your formatting WhatsApp, copying of your mobile numbers and addresses to another phone, setting up of your status on WhatsApp, and so on. Have a look at this app. What you see is the layout view of the app on my PC. See the picture of the phone. This is how it looks like on the phone. If you are bored with this look, you can change it at any time. You want to change its color? Well, you can do it. Just a click, the color changes the screen. The layout, if you want to change, you can change it. You can change the images and pictures that appear on the screen. I'll take it back to the original look. You can see 3 short parallel lines at the top left. This is the icon for menu. You click on it, the menu appears. There are 2 items at the bottom, About and Sign Out. These are made by the system itself. About gives information about the software, and Sign Out is the menu for the user to sign out from the app. The user's menu specifies who all are authorized to use the software, and it gives information like name, email address, and if needed, a profile photo. You can just see this is my profile appearing here. Like that, my daughter also has been added as a user. The app lives on the web, so it is very easy to open it on your mobile. No downloading from App Store or Play Store is required. You can open it by typing the web address as you open a website. You can add it to your screen also. Access is restricted by your Gmail ID. You have to log in using your Gmail ID, and Glide will send a PIN to your Gmail account, which will be authentication for login. I have added myself and my daughter as users. Since the app is connected to the net, the database on the PC is updated in real time. If I leave for the shop and meanwhile my daughter remembers a few more items to be purchased, she can simply add it and it will be added to the shopping list which is available on my phone. House management menu provides you one tab to add items to your purchase list and another to add tasks to the task list. Purchases fall into categories: grocery, medicines, stationery and others. Choosing the purchase categories, you can see a category-wise list of your shopping list. This is the icon for grocery. I click it, all the grocery items are listed below. If I choose the medicines, you can see something appearing there also. And the category others is a larger list. A lot of things are there. You have a menu for editing the purchase list. Here there is an item oximeter. Suppose I want to delete it. Let's see how we do it. The details of the item is shown here. It was intended by me on 23rd March. Now I will remove it. I'll delete this item. Now the revised list for category others appear on the screen. You don't find the oximeter in it because it has been deleted by me. So when you have purchased or you think that it is not required, you can delete the item from the list. Below the add to purchase list, you have a tab add to the task list. If you want to include an item, let's say renewal of car insurance. I'll say it has to be done by 15th of April. So I choose the date, I give that date, and I want to be reminded on 10th. I'll set the date also. Then I will submit it. The database gets updated. Now let us see whether it appears in the task list. There were two items originally: scooter smoke test, pay KCB bill. Now this also has been added, renewal of car insurance. And there is a menu for editing the task. Suppose this has been completed or this is not required, I can go ahead and delete it. Renewal of car insurance, I am going to delete it. Delete this item. It is deleted. Now the task list contains only two items. The third one added by me has now been deleted. In creating an app, our first task is to create the Google spreadsheet. This time, instead of using the ready-made template, we will make a Google Sheet based on our need and see how Glide is going to make an app for us. Now let us create a Google spreadsheet for this. Open Google Chrome. Here in the tiles, you can see Google Sheets icon. You click on it. All Google Sheets available are displayed there. Now we will create a new sheets. For that, on the bottom right corner, you click and a blank spreadsheet will be created. An untitled spreadsheet. We will name it House Management. I will add a 1 because I have already created a house management spreadsheet and now I am making it for a demo purpose, I will call it House Management 1. Now let us open a sheet. You can see one sheet is there, sheet 1. We will rename it as users. Now let's see what are the columns we require. The headings we will create first. Name, email, date, and image. Use it if you want it. To make it a heading, you can move the cursor over the top left cell. The cursor take the shape of a hand. Now you hold the left mouse button and drag it down. You can see a thickened line appears. Now leave it. This has become the column headings now. And if you want to make it bold, you just click it and select it and type a Ctrl B. I'll just add my name here because Glide, while making the app, take into consideration sheets which have some sort of entry in it. So I'm just giving a name here. You can later add names to the users list based on your requirement. We assume in a family more than one person will observe the needs of purchase or observe the need for diarizing the tasks. The app may be loaded on the phones of these people and they can make entries. The database on your computer will be updated immediately. Now we will make a category sheet. To add a sheet, you click here on the plus sign at the bottom left. A sheet is added now. You can rename it as category. Now let's see what are the columns required for category. Class and class icons. As we did in the last sheet, we'll make it the caption, make it bold. So this category, I typed it wrongly, I will correct it now. Okay, so two sheets are made. Here the classes are grocery, then medicines, then stationery and others. Start with this is enough. Later on we can add class icons and all. Now we will add one more sheet, purchases. We'll rename it as purchases. We will add the columns date, item, class item, name. We will make it the caption. Now this is ready. We will make just one entry so that let's say vitamin C. It falls under medicine. So some minimum data I have done. And one more thing, this Google Sheet, it gets dynamically saved. When you go on typing, it goes on saving. So you don't have to worry about whether you have saved the document or not. Now let us make the fourth sheet. We will rename it as tasks. It will have a date, task item, due date, maybe a reminder date also. We will make it the column headings. We'll put one entry. I'll just drag a little bit to accommodate the size of the text. We'll put a due date. The remaining data we can complete later also, no problem. Now we'll make the fifth sheet. I'll rename it as option. It will have only one column, class. Our categories are grocery, medicines, stationery, others. Now all the 5 sheets required are ready. Let's have a check. There is a user sheet, there is a category sheet, there is a purchase sheet, there is a task sheet, and an option sheet. Now the home management Google Sheet is ready. Now I hope you have a Google account. Your Gmail account is your Google account. If you don't have a Google account, you can sign up here and open your account. If you already have a Google account, just sign in and get started. Once you sign in, it will take you to Google dashboard. It's at go.glideapps.com. Now you are in a position to go ahead on your own. You can click here for new app, go to Google Sheet, open the Google Sheet. Now select the Google Sheet you have opened. Google will go ahead and make an app for you. You can experiment, and I will be back shortly with further assistance on how to make this home management app. At this stage, you can head to your GK Buddy. Now you are in our channel. Our last video on Glide is here. This last video we released on March 3rd on Glide will give you an idea how to go about. You can experiment. And I will be back shortly with further assistance on how to make this home management app. Please subscribe to our channel so that I can notify you when I am ready with the next follow-up video on making this simple app which you can proudly own. Hope you enjoyed watching this video and that it has been useful. We value your feedback very much. Please communicate with us through the comment section. Thank you for watching and see you soon.